Let's turn now to the war in Ukraine, where over the weekend, Russian forces struck the port city of Odessa. The attack came just hours after an agreement between Ukraine and Russia was reached to allow the shipment of grain exports, which had been stranded at ports for months. The U.S. government has also confirmed that 2 Americans were killed while fighting in the eastern Donbass region. NBC News correspondent Morgan Chesky joins me now from Odessa. Morgan, good morning.
Yeah, Kate, good morning. And Ukraine's deputy prime minister did not mince words at all, saying no deal, no agreement with Russia means anything. This latest strike on the city here in Odessa is now fueling fears that millions of tons of grain that should be going to hungry nations will rot right here in the port. All this as this war only drags on and leaves 2 American families facing heartbreaking loss.
This morning, fiery aftermath in the port city of Odessa from a Russian missile strike. One day after the country signed a UN agreement promising safe passage for ships carrying vital grain, about 20 million tons sitting in port right now. The act Russia claimed targeted a warship condemned worldwide and raised new concerns Ukraine's biggest export may go to waste. Deputy Prime Minister Ірини Верещук calling Russia a terrorist state, stressing their actions will cause famine, and yet they do it anyway.
100 million tons of grain that could be shipped all over the world, or if Russia doesn't cooperate, could rot.
Вони крадуть наше зерно.
So they steal our grain, they destroy and they burn our fields. Countries like Egypt and Lebanon are waiting for our grain, so Russia consciously plunges the world into famine.
To the east, Ukrainian leadership says new rocket launchers from the U.S. called HIMARS are making a difference. But the death toll only rises, and not just in Russia and Ukraine.
He didn't go there to be a hero. He went there because he wanted to help people.
Kathy and George lose season, now mourning their son Luke, a 31-year-old father and one of 2 Americans confirmed killed in the Donbass region.
I think every time I talked to him, I told him, why don't you just come home?
The parents believe Luke, who was working as a medic, was knocked unconscious by an artillery blast. And as other foreign fighters rushed to help, a Russian tank opened fire.
He said he couldn't leave until the rest of his friends, the rest of the battalion left with him.
A family far from the front line, finding war has no bounds.
And back here in Odessa, Ukrainian officials say that grain exporting could resume as early as tomorrow. But, Kate, one of the big concerns, what's beneath the surface of the Black Sea that has been laid with naval mines by both the Ukrainian and Russian military. In fact, one gentleman was killed last month swimming in front of his family, barely 20 yards offshore. Kate?
Morgan, I think you just got there for us. I appreciate you being with us this morning. Thanks so much.